Hello Taurus peeps, how's it going? I hope everything's going well for you. This is Vickieverlie, the rock and roll prophetess. I am a psychic tarot reader and I also do psychic astrology for many years, 30 years experience doing readings. This is for Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, and Taurus Moon. For regular viewers, I'm going to be trying something a little different here. I'm going to use 3 different decks for the main portion of the reading, and then we're going to pull these other cards for our Patreon peeps. For the main, we're going to do 1 row from the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, which is my design, 1 row from the Songs for the Journey Home deck, and 1 row from the Tarot del Fuego. And then we're going to pull 3 more cards from the tea leaf cards for our Patreon supporters. Okay, so what's going on here for our Taurus? I was going to say tarot again. Taurus. Our Taurus peeps for June of 2020. 5 of Swords, Hangman in reverse, King of Cups in reverse. Okay. Let's see what we're doing this one next. Okay, this is the Songs for the Journey Home. Taurus. 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, and 5. This came in the exact same position for somebody else here. And I mean, I did a little mini shuffle, but I shuffle them in between. When I turn the camera off, I really shuffle them up. Okay, June for Taurus, June 2020. Okay, we've got Chariot in reverse, 5 of Wands in reverse, and the Emperor upright. Okay. We do have several reverse cards, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, you know. Especially this one. That's not a bad thing at all. And this one, not a bad thing at all. Let's go through it. Okay, so we've got 5 of Swords in reverse. This is a stalemate that's finally broken. And also not the High Priestess, the Hangman in reverse. Because Hangman upright is being paused, stopped, like we all have been here. We have all been in this paused, stopped situation, pretty much. And in reverse, it's like, you know, I think things are going to start moving forward for you. I mean, it doesn't mean that the ban is lifted or the confinement is lifted, but somehow things are going to move forward for you. Something that's been really stalled and that you've been waiting on, it's going to move forward for you. There is a King of Cups in reverse here. So the King of Cups may be a person, male or female, who hasn't been very, you know, who is not really helping you out, or you're not in agreement with, or hasn't been helping you out, or you're not getting along with, or is not a help to you. And this may be even the person that you've been having the stalemate with, that this may be the obstacle that's been blocking you from moving forward. So even though this person, he or she, is still here, showing up in the cards, I don't feel like it's going to be a hindrance much longer. The way that I read these cards is they're always moving in a circle, okay? So this one was like this. So this is a situation that is moving out. And it's the Songs of the 5 of Pentacles. So this is being in a state of lack, of not having enough, of feeling like you don't have enough money, which is horrible. Taurus, that's your worst nightmare, right? So that's moving, that situation is on its way out and it's moving away already. 4 of Swords, another card very much like the Hangman, also moving out, where you're stalled, where you can't move forward, where you're stuck. Now we are having a couple of eclipses. I brought this up when this came in for somebody else because that moon is on here. Take a look at these cards, they're just gorgeous. Anyway, so 4 of, the eclipses. You know, eclipses, the first eclipse in Sagittarius is the lunar eclipse, is happening on the 4th or the 5th. There's a 5 there too. There's a 5 here. There's a 4 and a 5, a 4 and a 5 and a 5. So might be that one is going to impact you more, Taurus. It's in the sign of Sagittarius. It's happening on the 4th or the 5th, depending on your location. And this is the full moon or the lunar eclipse. And they're showing the full moon on this card too, if you notice. The full moon is always the lunar eclipse, the full moon eclipse, is the one that eclipses something out of your life. So something can be eclipsed out of your life. Maybe it's this person, or whatever this person represents over here that's been holding you back, or not paying you enough, or making you feel less than. Whatever it is, whatever's been stalled, how you've been stalled, is on its way out of your life. And you also have the Nine of Pentacles, also on its way out, but not all the way waning here, not over here, like completely in reverse. Nine of Pentacles is a very nice card. It is a card of financial security and abundance, and often it's like working for yourself or as an independent contractor. So some of you, this could be like the opposite of what a lot of people are saying. Maybe you have been an independent contractor, and maybe you're going to actually, because the Emperor is here, this could be somebody from a company or somewhere that's going to hire you. You know, a lot of people worked as independent there's two sides to this coin. You know, some people, you know, you worked a regular job, and then now you're like, well, I'm going to do freelance from home because I just don't even want to go back to that office. That's a thing that's happening for a lot of people. But for some people, the opposite kind of is happening. You've been a freelance contractor all the time. All these jobs are opening up that are remote. And since you're already in the habit of working for yourself, you may be able to, you know, hook up with one of these jobs through some kind of company, like this Emperor hiring you. That's where you are. You're not in. You still would be an independent contractor, I suppose, but you wouldn't be like just trying to find that next gig all the time. You know, this would be like steady work, working for a company. Because there is something that's not happening anymore, and you need to stop struggling with it. Chariot is saying that success, something is not going to get off the ground that you're trying to get off the ground. That's probably what's going to be eclipsed out of your life. And then, you know, the Five of Rods in reverse is like, this is something you've been struggling with. And then in reverse, it's like the struggle is over. The struggle is over. Yeah, I might put that as your title. The struggle is over. Because that certainly seems what it is. You know, the struggle's over, the waiting's over. Things are going to start moving and start happening. Largely in part to this Emperor. This Emperor is going to play a key role in your, in this all going down for you. Now, the Emperor always it doesn't have to be a male, even though it's a male. Emperor is a male. Because when these cards were originally created, the original decks, only men were in positions of power and authority. In the modern day, women run companies too. So the Emperor is just a person in charge. And the Emperor is, you could view the Emperor as a fair and just ruler. So they're not somebody who's an a-hole, basically. Like, this person might be an a-hole. You know, and this could work out too, because maybe you could be going from one independent contractor gig to another that's steady. Or if you were self-employed, this might be a main client that you rely on. I know, like, when I did graphic design, I freelanced, but there was a couple of my big fish, you might want to say, you know, that companies that provided me fairly steady work that I relied on them all the time. And, you know, sometimes this could be somebody difficult to deal with in that case. At any rate, it does seem like, you know, your finances are changing. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing. You have to embrace the new. Don't be so stubborn, Taurus, that you're not going to embrace the new, and you're not going to look and see what's available, because something is available that's going to add more flow to your life. It's going to stop this. You're going to not be worried about where your next dollar is coming from. This is going to be some steady income for you. Maybe I should put that, steady income. I think that's the better thing. Yeah, steady income. That's what's being presented. That's what's showing up at this time. It may be a freelance gig. It may still be working from home. Or it may not be. I feel a strong thing of it's not. I mean, I feel a strong thing like it's not where you're going into the office every day. So it's just all, I'm not going to repeat the scenarios I just said, but, you know. So maybe you were a freelancer. You're still going to work remotely, but actually have a real job with some company, just working remotely. Or maybe you were working for a company, and then you're going to go off and do freelance work. Or maybe the sweet freelance steady gig is going to show, big fish is going to show up, you know, where you have steady gigs through them, you know, continually. But whatever it is, it's worth doing. Be open to it. This is leaving you. This feeling of, oh, I have to have whatever you felt you had to have in order to feel safe and secure with the money. you're starting to realize, and the universe is starting to show you through this time of these big eclipses, these big changes, that that's not the case anymore. There is security available to you. If you're interested in that solstice eclipse, I'm offering that reading. I interpret it just for you, and it's available till the end of the month. Many people are ordering it, so if you're interested, you want to get in on it, check it out. If you do like my content, please do hit that subscribe button. If you want to, this is going to be the 3 cards are for our Patreon supporters coming up next. If you want to do that, the way I do Patreon is one price per month, covers all 12 readings. You don't have to pay for each bonus reading. You get this bonus reading and 12 and 11 other ones. So that's just the way that I do it. Other people do it differently. If you're interested, check it out. I do have all sorts of other wares and different things on my website. A lot of them have been down due to the virus because the manufacturers are shut down. But you know, if it interests you, please do check it out. I appreciate everything you do through liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, donating, purchasing my wares, purchasing readings. It's all appreciated. I want to say happy, have a great month of June. I keep wanting to say May. Some of this May, I know it's May because most of your birthdays are in May, so it might be going back to May, some of this, but some of this might have started in May. This might be kind of like a continuation of what happened for you in May and coming out here to June. But have a great one. Remember, you are Love and Beauty Incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon.